Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
Pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Colby Fowler.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Center field, Scott sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And there are two down.
Batting third, right fielder,
here's the center fielder, Victor
Tatis
Scott,
Jr.
singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. And there's a strike. Cease, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one the other way, hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Scott now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Strike two.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Ball one there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him on base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Into center and a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. And they lead by 2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. The manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And up next for Miami, Connor Norby. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Scott on at second with 2 down. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
And down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Marlins 2 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back
Leading
as we
off
take
for
a
San
peek at the
Diego,
starting
left
pitching
fielder,
so far this year.
Ornelas.
And that one is lifted in the air. Scott under it. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch
Now
fastball.
batting,
Just
the first
barely
baseman,
missed it.
Nico.
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Now batting, left
So
fielder,
two down,
Tirso
Ornelas. Now at the plate. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. The relay throw. Saved, not in time to get him, and it's first and third with two away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Victor Scott, the next up for the Marlins. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that one fouled off.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
And that one got a piece of him. He had two strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now batting.
Really nice three-game home series sweep. They came out and, from the first game of this series, really had a determination to play fundamentally sound baseball. They came up with the big hit when they needed it. Pitchers came in. They got the big outs when they needed it. So all the way around, a collective effort that has produced a nice little series sweep.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the mound in this one, D.L. Hall. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A
Leading
lot
off
more
for
guys
Miami,
striking out
shortstop,
today. But when you
Mason
consider
Wynn.
having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
This one in the air, right field. Mitchell puts it away for the out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
So
Now
the lineup
batting,
flips over.
shortstop,
And now the
Mason
shortstop,
Wynn.
Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ground ball. Duran. And that is that. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 3 and the Brewers nothing. So up next,
Batting
Derek
sixth,
Hill.
Center fielder, Derek Hill.
Chorio aboard here at first with nobody out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Slings to second. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Batting 7th, right fielder,
Up now for Milwaukee,
Garrett
Garrett Mitchell. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. Weathers fires. Lopez. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. So 2 away with
Now
nobody
batting,
on. This
second
is Bryce
baseman,
Terang.
Bryce Terang.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground to short. Win. Fires to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Brewers go down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. Back to the top
Now
of the
batting,
lineup. Mason Wynn,
shortstop,
the next
Mason
up for the
Wynn.
Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground, out to short. And that is the inning. And 1-2. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there.
And now it's William Contreras. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time. That's the inning. So they get 3 and draw even. We're through 5. All tied up at 3 apiece. Runner at first with 2 away. Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. Base is empty,
Now
one away. Mason
shortstop,
Wynn,
Mason
the next to
Wynn.
hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Koenig, a 6'5" lefty. He features a sinker, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And foul ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Now batting,
Good 2-strike
second
hitting right there,
baseman,
Boog. A bit of a
Otto
lost
Lopez.
start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly.
Runner on the go. Up the middle. Tosses to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, third baseman, Connor Norby.
And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
That one not close. And that's ball 2.
Ball, that's just out.
Jonah Bride would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
2 outs. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have
Now
gone either
batting,
way in that
the
spot
first
around the
baseman,
knees.
Jonah Bride.
First and second, 2 outs. And now it's going to be Jonah Bride. Win over at second. Norby at first. 2 out of the inning. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Marlins strand a pair. Jackson
Now
Chorio
batting,
will hit
left
next.
fielder.
Trying to hold a
Jackson
1-run lead
Chorio.
here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a chopper out to short. On the run, throw to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Nobody left for Milwaukee. Still down a run. It's 5-4. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Brian
now pitching
Hudson.
for the Brewers.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for
Number
quality
52.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his
Brian
best to keep the
Hudson.
score right where it is.
Leading off,
Leading
Mason
off for
Wynn.
Miami, shortstop,
He's someone that you
Mason
might not
Wynn.
describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And first offering is fouled off. That's hard hit on the line. Hill makes the grab, one away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if he gets
for the
under it
Marlins,
just by a
second
fraction of
baseman.
an inch or a little bit more, that's way back. When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of
Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
so much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. Starting on the mound in this one, Freddie Peralta. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right,
Leading
and you're
off
putting
for
your team in a
Miami,
position to
center
win
fielder,
a lot of
Victor
ball
Scott
games as
II.
well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
In the air, right field. Frelick after it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with
Batting
pitches
second,
that they
left
see pretty
fielder.
well. That was a good example. He hooked
Now
an
batting
outside
is
pitch,
center
hit that ball
fielder,
in the air to
Victor
right,
Scott
just
II.
not with much authority.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Freeland puts it away, and that is that. One left for Miami. They trail here 1-0. First and second, one out.
For the
and the
Brewers,
batter now
first
is Rhys
baseman,
Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins.
2 on, 1 out. And that's a base hit. Yelich flies around third. Here comes the throw.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Foul ball there.
You know, these Marlins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Ortiz squeezes it, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now batting,
First
the
and
center
second,
fielder, Victor
2 outs.
Scott, the second.
Scott getting ready to hit. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. This one smoked out to left. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Marlins strand a pair, and they trail it 4-1. One down.
Now batting.
This is Bryce
Second
Terang.
baseman, Bryce
1 out,
Terang.
base is empty. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Now batting, designated hitter, Christian
And now it's Christian
Yelich.
Yelich. Man at first, 1 away. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Scott under this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Sal Frelick.
So a man at first. Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side. Runner on the goal. In the air, center field. Scott in position. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Milwaukee leaves 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Two outs, base
Now
is
batting,
empty.
the center
And now the
fielder,
center
Victor
fielder,
Scott,
Victor
the
Scott.
second.
On the ground, and this should do it. Whips it to first on the run, and that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill, the big righty, Brandon Woodruff. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home
Batting
ballpark,
fourth,
in front of their
shortstop,
fans,
Mason
in front of the
Wynn.
city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One run's in. The throw home. Safe. It's 2-zip.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Sal Frelick digs in now.
Right fielder.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top
Frelick.
prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Out to short. Throws across the diamond. 2 away down.
Oh, we talk about how the ball is
Batting
coming out of
third.
a pitcher's
Catcher,
hand. The way it
William
comes out of his
Contreras.
hand as an infielder. Wow, really
Up next
impressive.
for the Marlins.
So one out,
shortstop,
nobody on.
Mason
Now
Wynn.
here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Mason Wynn. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Fouled off left side. Now fly ball to right center. Frelick sizing this one up. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jonah Bride.
And now for the
Now
Marlins,
batting,
Mason Wynn.
Shortstop, Mason
So you
Wynn.
talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And first offering is fouled off.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up
Up
any
next
better than
for
that.
the
Nice
Marlins,
line
first
drive,
baseman,
pull side,
Jonah
met it out
Bride.
front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Next is the designated hitter, Alec Burleson. 1 for 2. Ground ball left side. Over to second for 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Marlins 7 and the Brewers nothing. Here's the cleanup
Now
hitter for
batting,
Miami,
shortstop,
Mason Wynn.
Wynn.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And a foul ball.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. Ground ball right side. Terang over to first in time. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 8 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back as we
Leading
take a look at
off
their
for
upcoming
the
schedule.
Brewers, second baseman, Bryce Terrain.
Line drive. Sanchez pulls it in on the run.
Up
Wow,
next
he looked
for
like he
the
was
Brewers,
running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time,
Christian.
as that was a hard
Now
hit
batting,
liner, but a
shortstop,
nice job of
Mason
covering a
Wynn.
lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Line to left. Base hit.
Didn't take long to get
Up
a result
next
for that
for
at
the
bat.
Marlins,
Solid
first
swing from
baseman,
start to
Jonah
end. On
Ryan.
time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Man at first with one gone. And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride. Can't field it cleanly. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, right fielder, Griffin
And the
Conine.
batter now, Griffin Conine. And the next pitch is way outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're in the top of the eighth. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile
Up
up.
next,
His
for
confidence
the
level
Marlins,
has
the
got to be
designated hitter,
dropping. He's got to
Alec
find a way to make
Burleson.
an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
So now the DH spot, Alec Burleson. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first. One up, one down.
Now
Well, he's doing a
batting,
nice job of
first
keeping the
baseman,
ball out of the
Reese
air. Lets the defense work
Hoskins.
behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now batting,
So
shortstop,
first and
Mason
second with
Wynn.
2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. 1 run across, coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Seth Martinez departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
New
Brewers.
pitcher on here, Jared
Number
Koenig.
47.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other
Jared
relievers, so he
Koenig.
relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now here is Jonah Bride. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Marlins 12 and the Brewers 1.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
12-1 is the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
Pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, getting the nod in this one, Sandy Alcantara. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here, and as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Mason Wynn stands in now and watches strike one. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
First baseman.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Gorman, 24 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 325. Runner, yes. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back to the leadoff
Now
spot in the St. Louis lineup.
shortstop,
And here's the
Miguel
St. Louis leadoff man,
Rojas.
Miguel Rojas. Hit on the ground to short. Win. Gets it to first. That's the third out. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. And we're still knotted at 0. And the batter will be the shortstop. Mason Wynn. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boo. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
4th inning underway, no score. Cut on and lifted in the air. Lunging, but can't bring it in. Go ahead run on base. And now the first baseman, Jonah Bride. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a foul straight back. Win at first, 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. In the dirt. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So digging in, Griffin Conine. That one to first. Contreras gets it to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Marlins leave 1. And we are still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading off
coming
for
off
the
a
Cardinals,
tough series
catcher,
offensively,
Ivan
and a look at those
Herrera.
numbers. Hit on the ground to short. Win. Whips it across. Gets the catcher by a step.
Now batting, designated hitter, Lucan Baker.
1 out, base is empty. Lucan Baker now at the plate. On the ground. Win. Throw to first in time.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
1 down.
Up next,
and next will
for
be the
the
cleanup
Marlins,
hitter,
shortstop,
Mason
Mason Wynn.
He's 2 for 2. Foul ball. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. One down, base is empty. In the dirt, and a count 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that's in the dirt. Ground ball to the right side. Gorman throws to first. Awesome play there. 1 out.
Now batting,
Runner at
shortstop,
second.
Mason
And up next
Wynn.
for Miami, Mason Wynn. And a strike on the outside corner. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. And the runner holds.
Now batting,
That
first
slider wasn't even
baseman,
close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch. It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things